glaciers, so these are non-polar glaciers, Alaska, Patagonia, Himalayas, etc. Then the Greenland contribution goes from increased surface melting, and that's well simulated in all the climate model simulations we have, and a contribution from the Greenland ice sheet. Again, we don't have a complete model of the Greenland ice sheet solid. Degree in physics, and then I did a PhD in oceanography or coastal estuarine dynamics, and then I got employed by CSIRO, my current employer, to do oceanography. And the most important reason to study oceanography is to understand the ocean's role in the climate system. And climate change is one of the major issues facing society today and throughout the 21st century. I think the last report is a significant advance on earlier reports because we have a much greater understanding of the reasons for the observed sea level change, and that therefore gives us a lot more confidence in the projections for the 21st century sea level change. We also have more information about the regional distribution of sea level change, which we didn't have available in previous reports. There's also long-term consequences from the projections, so sea level will continue to rise for many centuries after 2100, and this is an important issue for society to consider both during the 20th century and on the long. Is the increased emission of greenhouse gases from the burning of fossil fuels. For sea level, the main issue is, or the largest contribution to both 20th and 21st century sea level rise, is thermal expansion of the ocean. As the oceans warm, they expand and sea level rises. Very much similar to what happens in a thermometer. The liquid in the thermometer warms, it expands and rises up the column. The second major contribution comes from the melting of glaciers. These are glaciers in places like Alaska, the peripheries of Greenland, Patagonia, Himalayas, etc. So melting of these glaciers is contributing to 20th century and will continue to contribute to 21st century sea level change. And then the two big players on the longer term are the ice sheets of both Greenland and Antarctica. For Greenland, there's increased surface melt occurring, and for Antarctica and Greenland, there's an increased discharge of ice into the ocean from the glaciers of both ice sheets. And that increased discharge is related to increased ocean temperatures. Events are critical because there's many uncertainties. We still lack understanding of some aspects of sea level rise, particularly of the contribution of the ice sheets to sea level, both during the 21st century and on the longer term. We lack understanding of the regional distribution of sea level rise. And it's only by the scientific community working together across the world that we can come to the understanding that's required to allow society to both adapt to the coming change and also to agree what mitigation measures are required to limit climate change to acceptable values.